35년간의 필름이 어쩌면 수치 맞은 삶 건축된 우리의 이름이 길르니 어두워지지 않게 서로를 비판하고 세상을 보는 시선 삐딱하게 얼굴에 피어난 주름은 당연 내 속대론 포기하고 싶은 꿈 너와 천천히 오래 걷고 싶어 until the end of time 지금 난 간절히 원해 한 조각의 peace of mind 사실 조금 때 같아 곧 내 같아 고 다니는 건 달라지고 빨라졌지만 결국 가는 데 같아 질리게 겪어도 사랑 때문에 애 같아 이럴 때 보면 나도 아직 애 같아 살기보단 생존하기 바쁜 정수리는 넓어지고 평소가 작아지는 마음 속에 피어나줬으면 해 한 송이의 평화 진흙탕 속의 연화 이 험한 현실에서 아직 붙잡아두고 싶은 꿈 높고 힘든 삶의 능선 내 속대론 포기하고 싶은 꿈 너와 천천히 오래 걷고 싶어 until the end of time 지금 난 간절히 원해 한 조각의 peace of mind
You can hear the roar here in Oklahoma City. We'll see the Golden State Warriors facing the Oklahoma City Thunder. Bringing you another edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony and Doris Burke reporting from the sidelines. It'll be the Thunder off the tip. All right, let's set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. And Golden State looking at who they've got. It's the Splash Brothers. Curry and Thompson, they're in the backcourt. The defensive stalwarts, Green and Bogut, are down low. And it's Barnes, and it's the 3 spot. When you think about guards who play without fear or any hesitation, Russell Westbrook is the first of those guys to come to mind.
I tell you what, man, his relentless pursuit and attacking of the goal and his opponent is really something to watch.
Durant attacking. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Come on, fella, power it down. That dunk was ridiculous.
There was absolutely nobody that was going to get in the way of that.
And not when he's coming in with that kind of force. And for Westbrook, he had some high praise. Allen Iverson said he's a huge fan of Westbrook and sees so much of himself in him, mostly due to how they play with heart. I'll tell you the other thing, Allen Iverson I always felt was the most intimidating small guard in the history of the league. Russell Westbrook rapidly trying to claim that honor.
5 on the clock. It's Curry outside. That's good.
Really good job of creating just enough space to let that one fly.
It's Westbrook with the drive. Nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup.
You know, I was thinking back to that Iverson quote on Westbrook. They play with that same fire. The styles in which they play are different, but you can see the intensity is the same between them.
And it's Green missing.
He Even against solid defense, he's still going to try to continue to make that shot.
And I wouldn't bet against him in that situation the next time out. Man, it's close, but, you know, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Yeah, and as quick as players are at this level, in this day and age, I mean, you've got to be perfect in your anticipation to draw the charge.
The 17-footer. And again, it's Kevin Durant. Durant's got 6 points.
I tell you what, guys, it's going to be a tough day on this defense if he's got the A game rolling tonight.
Barnes passes to Thompson. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss.
You have got to be kidding me.
Clark, talk about taking things into your own hands.
I tell you what, that's one of those plays where you want to get credit for not only the bucket, but also the assist.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here.
And really, the Warriors had an amazing regular season last year. Just from a historical standpoint, it was one of the best ever.
Warriors trailed by 5. And for the Warriors last year, they would end the season with 67 wins. That number, Clark, tying for the 6th best win total in NBA history.
And my guess is only a few people saw it coming. I mean, as the season wore on, it became more and more apparent the Warriors were for real, but it took a while for people to accept that fact.
No one near Westbrook as he lets it go. And it's Westbrook again missing. Durant with the steal. And the Thunder pushing it up now. It's blocked. They retain possession. Offensive rebound. Ball's knocked loose. It's stolen by Bogut. Curry with a wide open look. The three-pointer off the mark. Oklahoma City leading by 3. Here's Westbrook. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
Yeah, really left him no choice there, Greg. He had to foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
And guys, you talk about players who have that killer instinct. Russell Westbrook is right at the top of that list.
Enes Kanter's checked in for Oklahoma City. Dion Waiters comes in for Kevin Durant. Golden State also making some changes. Mazzilli comes in for Andrew Bogut. And it's Iguodala in for Barnes. And here's Westbrook. After the three-pointer from Klay Thompson. Shots good by Waiters. And you think, Greg, about Westbrook's killer instincts. You were alluding to that. It's very apparent at times. Players praise, and Clark, I think, fear him for just that characteristic alone.
Well, how about this, Kevin? Kobe Bryant said Westbrook has the same love for competition that he has. Whenever other guards are pulled, Westbrook is their worst matchup. Phenomenal alley-oop slam right there, guys.
They're taking advantage, Clark, of a team that looks lost out there.
Guys, this one is threatening to get really ugly.
Green, the screen. Curry dishes to Green. And he comes off the screen and slams it through.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Another bucket in the paint. That's something they just have not been able to stop today.
Yeah, the defense is all about disrupting timing and spacing, and what they've got going right now is not getting it done.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Thunder.
And really, last season, the Thunder came into the year as a popular pick to win the West. Of course, we know what happened in terms of injuries, and they ended up having them on the outside looking in terms of the postseason.
Looking at who's out there now for the Thunder. Nick Collison's checked in for Ibaka. Morrow comes in for Roberson. And it's Payne in for Russell Westbrook. Morrow kicks to Collison. 3 on the clock. Payne. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. For the Thunder, their play against the rest of the West wasn't a huge problem as to why they missed the playoffs. And Clark, you know, they went 25-27 against the rest of the West.
Well, at first glance, that doesn't look too bad, but only 7 wins in those 29 games against the Western Conference playoff teams. With the talent the Thunder have, you still think of them as favorites in the West, at least one of the favorites in the West. What a start they've gotten off to on the glass. I mean, they've come out banging.
And when a game starts off like this, Clark, there's an intimidation factor, a physicality that they've brought that comes into play. And you know what? His mind's playing tricks on him right now because he's not going to live that one down easily.
The Thunder leading by 4. He kicks it to Cantor. Raiders on the wing. Off target with his 3. The Warriors have gone an even 50% from the field. They are 7 of 14 for the game. And Andre Iguodala with the slam.
Well, that fast break went according to plan.
Yeah, nice job there, Greg. Recognizing the opportunity was there to push it, and then excellent execution.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Green passes to Rush. And that one is hammered home.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's
some great action here early as we end the first quarter. Clark in a tie. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment. Welcome back, everyone. We're ready to get going again as this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports continues. Players are topped off with Gatorade, hydrated, and ready to get going again as well. And what stands out to you from Oklahoma City in this one?
Just the way they've been able to pound that backboard. I think that's been the difference.
Establishment of a good low post presence, a big part of the success.
The rugged duo of Ibaka and Adams in the middle. Russell Westbrook out there with Roberson. And it's to...
Oh, wow.
That's a beautiful chance.
Talk about putting something extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, Clark, you know, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space.
I'm startled that he would even try something like that at this stage of the game.
The Thunder with the lead. Durant kicks to Westbrook. No good on the 3. The Warriors shooting with confidence, 50% from the field so far. Passes to Livingston. Here's Azili. And it's good, assisting on the play with Livingston. Azili's got the game tied up here for the Warriors.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. Here's Barnes. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
I tell you, we're taking a look at some real deficiencies defensively. I mean, they've given up 5 straight good looks in the paint.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Thompson comes in for Ezeli. And Steph Curry is subbed in for Sean Livingston. Curry dishes to Barbosa. Back to Curry. Bogut sets a screen for Curry. Bogut the pass to Curry. Barbosa for 3. And the Warriors get it back. Bogut kicks to Curry. To the inside. And it's blocked. But they recover it. Durant against Thompson. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Westbrook.
You could tell that pass just hung in the air for a long time.
Yeah, exactly. Long enough for him to get a hand on it and knock it out of play.
And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Just 4 to shoot. It's stolen by Adams. Ibaka dishes to Westbrook. Lets it go. And the shot falls short this time.
And what a first year it was for Steve Kerr and the Warriors. It was the best debut as a new coach ever. 67 wins. He also...
I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is the 2 points, not the dramatics.
Oh, come on, Clark. He had to go for it, didn't he?
Yeah, but hey, he's an athlete, and I can't fault him for that one, although if he missed it...
That's not as easy as he made it look, guys. You've got to have some skills to pull that baby off.
Well, he's got plenty of those skills necessary.
And you know what?
Man.
That man can climb a ladder.
Curry. Westbrook with the block. Nobody near Barnes. And it's off from 3-point range. Pass to Thompson. Tipped away. Barbosa for 3. And that one's good. Barbosa's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats here for the Warriors?
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught him off guard. Playing airtight defense and coming up with the steals.
Yeah, the other thing, though, is they have attacked in the open floor. They're definitely getting a lot of easy ones that way.
Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over. Well, you look back on the Thunder last season, and the theme was injuries. Too many injuries to the bulk of their core.
And, you know, the big 3, Durant, Westbrook, and Ibaka, all missed significant time. Only Westbrook of those 3 was able to finish the season.
Green, he's checked in for Golden State. Iguodala comes in for Leandro Barbosa. Oklahoma City trailer.
And listen, those injuries really did the Thunder in. I mean, at no time during the season did they ever really get a chance to gel and play any stretch of games with their entire roster.
Iguodala, the pass to Green. Another miss for him, now shooting 1 for 4 from the floor.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
And, Greg, we've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
And he gets it to go. 9 points for Steph Curry.
You know, every franchise will have a year that is just lost to injuries. I mean, it happens. The hard part of it for the Thunder is that it happened while so many of their stars are in their prime.
Golden State's gotten into trouble with the 3-ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. Pulls up on the wing. Westbrook with the block.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Oh, and here we go. Green's got it. The fast break chance. Durant against Curry.
Man, he got fancy with that one, didn't he?
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open.
I tell you what, I like that, though, guys. Some coaches might not want you to make a play like that, but I tell you what, when you got the skills like that, I say go for it.
And Oklahoma City going with a whole new group out there. Warriors trail by 3. Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City. Shots good by Waiters. And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Thunder.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
They also came out of the locker room with their running shoes on. I mean, their transition game has been full throttle.
Yeah, and a big year for Enes Kanter last season. I mean, traded from the Jazz to the Thunder and finally saw the minutes that he was hoping for.
Here's Singler. Great D that time from Green. Curry with it. Now guarded by Payne. It's Curry with the drive. One-on-one here. Here's Waiters. Payne kicks to Kanter. That drops.
Oh, I tell you what, nice little run here they're going on.
And getting to the 10 has been the key. They're getting point-blank looks time and time again.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Festus Ezeli, he's checked in for Bogut. Rush comes in for Klay Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Steph Curry. Iguodala dishes to Livingston. Gets the 14-footer to fall.
I like the recognition of the mismatch there, immediately making the defense pay.
Here's Payne. Sinks the triple. Payne's got 5 points so far.
Yeah, perfect release that time. I mean, I thought it might get blocked, but no.
Yeah, he was giving up a lot of size in that particular matchup, but showed the excellent ability to get off that shot despite the disadvantage in size.
Green with the block. And they get it back. Waiters. And the Thunder another 3. From deep, Green. And so that break.
OKC, make some noise.
And the third quarter about ready to get underway.
Well, Westbrook has been great. He has 15 points and 2 rejections.
And we've all watched him just be an unstoppable force here tonight.
Well, nothing they've done on the defensive end has been able to slow him down. I mean, he's doing exactly what he wants to when he wants to do it.
Now the second half about to start up and begin any moment. Well, you look at Russell Westbrook in this game, he has been everywhere.
Yeah, the effort and intensity from a defensive standpoint has just really been superb, really firing up his team.
Guys, I love his activity, patrolling the court, blocking shot after shot out there. He's really made a statement at the defensive end.
And on the floor for Steve Kerr as we get into the second half. The Splash Brothers are the guards. Ezeli is out there with Green. And it's Rush in at the small forward position. It's good, and the Thunder lead is cut to just 9 on the basket from Stephen Curry.
You know, and Billy Donovan, the Oklahoma City Thunder, were able to pull him away from the college game last season, signed him to a 5-year deal in the middle of last year's playoffs.
The Thunder leading by 7. And Westbrook, here we go. And it's blocked by Curry. Stolen by Durant. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. And for Billy Donovan, we were talking about him. He had been with Florida for so long, the Gator program built by him. It'll be a big change. He had been thinking about it, though, before. He almost took, remember that Greg the Magic job back in 2007?
You know, there was a change of heart for him with the Orlando gig. And Donovan's done nothing but win at Florida, and he'll have that same pressure to succeed with the high expectations with the Thunder.
Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
Tell you what, he's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Absolutely insane with that dunk.
Well, now they're starting to rub it in. Aren't they? Have build up a lead, and here we go, folks. It's showtime.
That was a Kodak moment right there. The more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys on the road.
The Warriors making a switch here. Barnes is checked in. Warriors trailed by 11. Dishes it to Green. Takes a 3. Kept alive. Out to Thompson. And Curry has it in the corner. Green against Durant. Back to Curry. The pick gave him all the room he needed, and he knocks down the J. Curry's got 5 points now this quarter.
And guys, Steph Curry, the rare point guard who's almost as effective playing off the ball as he is on it. And the Warriors have really emphasized that as he's evolved as a player, bringing in a lot of playmakers who can set him up coming off screens.
Here's Adams, and a strong finish with 2 hands.
Ooh, that's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
And, you know, that lead's only going to grow if they're not prepared to defend a little more staunchly than that.
Boy, they've been terrific from beyond here in the second.
Exactly what the doctor ordered. Those 3-point bombs will erase the deficit quickly if they can keep it up.
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Durant. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Durant's got 14 points for the game.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
That's right. 5 of their last 6 makes were on the interior. They've established their inside presence.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady with their work on the interior. Really a well-rounded effort overall.
Again, the Thunder score.
And he could be the guy to put this game out of reach.
And it's blocked by Adams. And Roberson kicks to Durant. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
The shooting percentage continues to elevate here in the second half.
Well, as a group, they've been harmonic since the break. In sync. Good team basketball resulting in high-quality shots.
And the Warriors with some changes. Andrew Bogut, he's checked in for Festus Ezeli. And it's Barbosa in for Curry.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
Thompson passes to Green. And there's the feed to Bogut. And boy, that looked like goaltending. Yes, it is. And so they will award the basket there.
He almost got to that shot in time, but not quite. You can't touch the ball once it's on the way down.
Catching up on the changes for Oklahoma City. Gentry checked in for Steven Adams. Dion Waiters comes in for Roberson. And it's Payne in for Russell Westbrook. The Warriors also with a sub. Iguodala's checked in. Catching up on the changes for Oklahoma City. Nick Collison's checked in for Ibaka. And Anthony Morrow's subbed in for Kevin Durant. Warriors trailed by 12. And And the dunk by Barnes.
Grown man's power flush with the long hang on the rim at the end of it.
Clark, that could be a catalyst for him.
I think you're right.
And we've seen those kinds of plays get them fired up in the past.
So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
That's his first personal foul.
And Dion Waiters traded last season to the Thunder. They wanted him as a shooting and scoring threat off the bench. Didn't want him to try and fill the void that Harden played when he was a member of the team.
Sean Livingston, he's checked in for Golden State. And Green now, top of the key. There's the dish to Livingston. There's the killer two-handed slam.
And sometimes when you want something done, you got to do it yourself. That dunk's the shot in the arm they need to really cut into that lead.
Well, Greg, it certainly got everybody on their bench up and off their seats and cheering.
Yeah, that could be an instant momentum shift. That certainly was a rim wrecker.
You know, Greg, for Waiters, it would be unfair for the Thunder to ask that of anybody. You know, that's tough to do. Clark, hard to make up what Harden had accomplished.
Yeah, and the Thunder even asked Waiters not to wear number 13 to avoid any comparisons, which I think was a smart move. But they still would like to have him provide some punch in terms of points off the bench.
Curry's checked in for Sean Livingston.
Boy, he wanted everybody in the building to know who threw that one down.
Hanging on the rim is, I guess, one way to do it.
Yeah, I tell you what, though, you want to make sure you don't get teed up from a situation like that.
They got to keep fighting their way to the line, guys. This half, it's been nothing but success for them there.
Yeah, taking full advantage from the charity stripe. They've yet to miss here in the second.
And he's good on the second.
Boy, I tell you, the Warriors did something that no other team had ever done before. They ended the regular season ranked first in field goal percentage and field goal percentage defense. Essentially, they were the best offensive and defensive team in the league. Remarkable.
And the foul goes against Oklahoma City.
That's his first personal foul.
Here's Green. Goes up off the inbound. And that one is hammered home.
Cutting into that lead a little bit. Way to finish.
And the basket is still shaking.
Oh, I mean, he has got power in bunches on that two-hand.
There's 1:26 left in the third. The three from Morrow. Warriors with the rebound. Bogut's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Last season for the Warriors really dominated from beginning to end to lead the league and Greg, both offensive and defensive efficiency.
And Kevin, a lot of people knew the Warriors were good at offense. I mean, but they've been equally as good defensively over the past few seasons. Kind of flying under the radar for whatever reason. Not the case going forward.
He certainly didn't take advantage of the poor defense, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
I tell you what, I think he'd be happy if he can continue to get looks like that. Easy to see who's going to win that race.
Yeah, early offense is often easy offense. Excellent work that time.
Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
Singler, he's checked in for Anthony Morrow.
Miles Singler.
And for Andre Iguodala, last year was a first in 758 games. Up until then, he had not once ever come off the bench.
Yeah, he had been a starter throughout his 10-year career, every single game, Kevin. And last year he came off the bench in every game. Big adjustment for the veteran, but he made it well.
Curry's got space, and Cantor pulls it down. Cantor's got his 4th rebound in this one. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
Checking in for the Warriors, Brandon Robbins.
17 seconds left to play here in the third. Curry attacking, and that one's good. Curry's got 10 points in just the second half.
The soft finger roll is just one of the many finishing moves he has in his bag of shot making.
Here's Singler. The shot no good.
That's what we call good defense in the paint.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. It's the Thunder. They lead by 11. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter of action when we return. And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. Durant, the 3, and Ibaka, the 4. Roberson is out there with Russell Westbrook. And it's Adams in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. Durant dishes to Westbrook. Rebounded by Bogut. Bogut's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Westbrook with the steal. Pull-up jumper. Jump shot is good that time. Westbrook's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Thunder. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Thunder.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
They've been firing on all cylinders in the transition game, too. I mean, they've really run the break well.
And, guys, nice to see Bogut out there given all the injuries that he's had to overcome in his career. Just glad to see him at full strength.
Warriors trailed by 12. Curry kicks to Thompson. It's stolen by Ibaka. And he's going up for the alley-oop. And Westbrook throws it down hard.
And the lead just grows on that ridiculous offensive sequence.
You know, Clark, that dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Yeah, that just added more to it.
And you know, guys, right now they're starting to flatline, just hanging on here for dear life.
You know, and Bogut, as I recall, Clark was so distraught by those injuries that at one point he thought he might retire.
Yeah, he gave some serious thought to packing it in after the 2013 season, Kevin. Luckily for his team, though, he worked through it and is as strong as ever at the defensive end.
It would have been something to see if he could hit that shot from that deep.
Greg, you know it. I know it. There aren't very many guys that can hit from out there, but he is one of them. That's the kind of range he has.
Warriors trailed by 17. Curry kicks to Thompson. And again, no good by Golden State.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far. Well, I tell you, he squeezed that orange as tight as he could before that throwdown.
Yeah, no way he was going to lose that thing on the way up. You're right, Clark.
And better safe than sorry on that one, guys. And when the score is as lopsided as it is, and you can see they smell blood in the water, my man is going for the jugular. That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
There's the lob to the hoop. And then Durant with the jam.
And a nice 1-2 punch there, guys. Great defensive play and great basket in transition.
Aggressive play, attacking basketball, on the attack, full throttle. I love it.
And Curry, here we go. Westbrook with the nice D there. And here are the Thunder now. They're on a 13-3 run. And Draymond Green picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Yeah, but he was late to get there, Greg, so the referee couldn't give him a free pass on that one.
And the Warriors making a change here. Barnes is checked in.
And now we can see them really working it inside.
Yeah, Clark, quality looks at the rim. That's fueling this run.
Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
Thompson passes to Bogut. It's stolen by Adams. He lobs up the alley-oop pass. And finished off by Westbrook.
And it's all one-way traffic tonight, boy. They have been lights out offensively.
And there's no telling how big that lead's going to get. But, again, it's just one game, but nonetheless a very impressive one, the way they've handled their business here. You've got to give them a lot of credit for the job they've done on the backboards.
They've done a lot of things well today, but really it's about what they've done on the backboard that's at the top of that list.
Here's Curry. And again, no good by Golden State.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Different look here for the Warriors. Azili's checked in for Bogut. Thompson comes in for Draymond Green. Leandro Barbosa, he's checked in for Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Curry.
And once he had to change his shot in the face of the D, you just had a feeling that one wasn't going to fall.
Payne dishes to single. His three-pointers off the mark. Golden State's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. And there's Barbosa. That's good on the assist by Livingston. Livingston's got 3 assists in the game. Here's Payne. Bangs home the trifecta.
And he's finally getting the feel from beyond. His second 3 of the half right there.
Thompson with the bucket.
Give credit where credit is due right there. A terrific assist.
Here's Payne. And the rejection by Azili. They get it back.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Here's Barnes. Howard down after the assist. Let him into the lane.
Fellas, that two-hand monster slam was vicious.
I don't think there was anyone, and I mean anyone, that could have stopped him on that one.
I tell you what, I'm glad they didn't try because somebody might have got their feelings hurt.
And the Thunder making a switch here. Cantor's checked in. The Warriors also with a sub. Brandon Rush. He's checked in for Jason Thompson. There's a screen by Cantor. 5 to shoot. Snatched up. Payne's shot is good.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Thunder.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, Stephen Clark. An all-around dominant performance. Clark, and you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
I certainly did, and they just cracked it open and made it an NC. No contest.
Yeah.
A fantastic show. And what an amazing all-around game it was for Kevin Durant. You have to focus on the steals he came up with. They were huge factors in the end result. That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Warriors trail by 19. To the middle. Here's Barnes.
Harrison Barnes.
Boom, he jams it straight down.
The offense has clearly kicked into gear. The question, though, is it just a little too late?
Yeah, I think it may be, Greg. At least they're finally showing some signs of life offensively. Too bad I think it's past the point where it'll do much good.
Now the Thunder with it. Here's Payne. And again, no good by Oklahoma City.
He certainly didn't take advantage of the poor defense, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
I tell you what, I think he'd be happy if he can continue to get looks like that.
So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
Yeah, how about the body control on that one? Narrowly misses getting the deuce.
Boy, he had a nice look at it after drawing the foul. Boy, it would have been nice to get an and one there.
He doesn't get the second one. And it's Oklahoma City's ball. It's a 16-point game. Allison with it. So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. They poured it on tonight, Clark. A dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
I don't think they have anything but positives to take away from this win. Offensively, defensively, every aspect of the game, it all went right for them.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in. See you later.
In reality, I'm just an average Joe with a simple life. No American Idol, but I get by. Wish I could tour with fifth wheel bus. Back to the real world, time to wake up, smell antifreeze. The land with big brothers bad to me. I got a blind date with destiny. I'm Mexican with an amazing race I get to be. Must stay out wickedly perfect. You're not a factor, making me nervous. I'm a survivor, collapsed on the planet deserted. That's the word like a $10,000 pyramid scheme. Changing the face of the game like the Swarm medical team. Lead troopers, a league of supreme. Rest your luck with sleep.
It's an interconference contest here in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, as the Thunder play one at home. I'd like to welcome you to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, and on the sideline tonight, Doris Burke. And a look at the starters for the Cavaliers. Kyrie Irving and J.R. Smith at the guard set. LeBron and Love are the talented pair at the forward position. And it's Mozgov in the center position. Cleveland with a very strong year last year. They were a very solid team on the road, as most LeBron-led teams are.
Yeah, he's a special guy in terms of how he can elevate other players. Didn't start out hot on the road, but eventually got it together and ended up 22-19 away from home.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
The drive by James. Love wide open. He fires. The three-pointer off the mark. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Mozgov sets a screen for LeBron. And there's the foul. It's on Steven Adams. That's his first foul.
Man, it's close, but, didn't get on balance quick enough.
Yeah, and as quick as players are at this level, in this day and age, I mean, you've got to be perfect in your anticipation to draw the charge.
Good.
And boy, did he ever sell the pump fake. Worked to absolute perfection.
And there's a whistle. That's going to go on Timothy Mozgov. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul.
First quarter, just over a minute played. Westbrook. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
And really, he epitomizes what a point guard should be. I mean, his skills as a passer might actually be matched by that creativity he shows around the rim.
Well, judging by that jam, Greg, I'd say you're absolutely right.
Boy, that's a nice surge for them just when they needed it in a game that was so tight.
Shots good by Ibaka.
That's 3 straight shots to fall here to start. Looking good.
James against Durant. Takes it from 10. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Cavaliers will retain possession.
Oh, nice play there to get a hand on that pass and tip it out of bounds.
Just a whisker away from coming up with the steal there.
Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Shoots from 12. And it's Irving missing.
Kyrie Irving made his first playoff appearance last season with the Cavs, and individually got a big $90 million max extension as well. He's in a really good spot in his career at this point.
That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. Here's Westbrook. Goes right through for bucket number 3. He's a perfect 3 for 3 to start.
Not fazed at all by having a bigger defender on him down low, and I really thought he would be.
At first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular situation, but, boy, I tell you what, he didn't look like he was out of his element at all right there.
And speaking of Irving's star status, Last season, a signature shoe in his name. I see, in fact, that you and Clark are wearing them tonight. That's always a big deal.
Kevin, that's an elite club
It
to be
is.
in. Only
It
the
is.
true superstars get that kind of status. He certainly got the flash to go with the substance.
A floater, and it's blocked by Adams.
He's been anything but his usual self this quarter. It's actually been ugly to see.
And there are more points tacked on here to the early lead.
And it's a nice lead as well. I mean, it's no mystery how they've done it. They're attacking the basket.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Dion Waiters checked in for Durant.
Dion Waiters.
Kiwi Steven Adams, one of the toughest players down on the block.
And Kevin Adams is not afraid to get under somebody's skin. He's pretty strong defensively, too.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Cavaliers.
And you know, guys, that's one of the things I like about Adams. I mean, he'll draw the ire of opposing players just because of how he approaches the game.
Work hard out there. Go on, show your appreciation for the Thunder Girls.
Here's Irving. Westbrook with the block.
It's just been a brutal outing for him. He still hasn't managed to make a shot, and the team is struggling because of it.
The Cavaliers trailed by 10.
LeBron James.
Yeah, and guys, Adams doesn't want to be known as a dirty player. I mean, I think he feels he plays aggressive and he hustles, and that sometimes rubs players the wrong way.
And it's the Thunder with the ball, following the score by Cleveland. Excellent D there from Mozgov. Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
It's stolen by Adams. And pushing it up here. Here is Oklahoma City. Roberson gets the bucket.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's key to this run. Passing it with purpose. The D hasn't been able to keep up.
And it's blocked by Ibaka. And now it's Waiters running. He can go all the way. And finished off by Westbrook.
Assist from Dion Waiters.
Couldn't have dreamed of a much better start here than they've had today.
I think the offensive game plan they came in with was right on point. It's worked perfectly, and the lead they already have is proof in the pudding.
Now here's Irving. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. 4 on the clock. And the dunk by James.
Assist goes to
Boy, Kevin Love certainly is one of the best passing big men in the league.
It's been said time and time again that playing in Oklahoma City is one of the tougher places to play in the league. Last year we saw it as well. This place, Greg, gets so loud when the Thunder are rolling.
And even though the Thunder missed the playoffs, the Chesapeake Energy Arena was as loud as ever. Really helps when you are the show in a city.
Catching up on the changes for Oklahoma City. Cantor checked in for Steven Adams. Collison comes in for Serge Ibaka. Anthony Morrow's checked in for Andre Robertson. And it's Payne in for Russell Westbrook. Out of bounds, Oklahoma City takes possession. A different look now for Cleveland. Anderson Varejão's checked in for Love. Jefferson comes in for J.R. Smith. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Irving.
Even though the injuries hurt the Thunder, last year at home, they were still as strong as ever. I mean, a home record of 29-12 is pretty darn good. Unfortunately, they were in a very tough Western Conference.
And he gets it to go. 1:06 left to play in the first. Here's Payne. The shot's good. Collison making the play.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
And how? I mean, they're taking this defense to task, taking them to school. Every one of their last 10 points have come in the paint.
Here's Dellavedova. And it's Shumpert at the elbow. And Jefferson, here we go. It's hauled in by Collison.
And part of why the Thunder were so good at home was their attention to detail on the defensive end of the floor. They were a top 5 defense at home. They had the best rebound differential in the league at home.
Well, they need those kinds of plays right now. I mean, smart defense generating some offense.
And really, Clark, that's the way you get yourself back into the game. Key stops and then try to get out in transition for some easy ones.
That's his first personal foul.
17 seconds left to play here in the first. Here's Dellavedova. Shumpert. The Thunder pull it in.
The defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
And he gets it to go.
And a huge lead here early to start.
Well, you know, right from the tip, there's not anything they haven't done well so far.
And a double-digit lead. And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. And a chance now to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Thunder.
Well, in the first half of...
It's not possible what we just... Clark, is that possible?
Not probable, but it is possible, partner. It is possible.
And think about it, guys. That's one of the few guys in the entire league who can pull off something like that.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Irving. And Oklahoma City making a change here. Ibaka's checked in.
Serge Ibaka.
Cavaliers on D. It's an 18-point game. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. Raiders again. Smith. Clock at 6. The shot is off. So Cleveland will take it the other way. Well, we know the Mozgov started last season with the Nuggets and then was traded to Cleveland midway through the season.
And what an impact he made on the Cleveland Cavaliers, particularly at the defensive end. His size and his activity really helped the Cavs become outstanding at the defensive end.
And we've played through the first minute here in the second. Here's Payne. Great D that time from James.
Yeah, but you have to love that tough interior defense.
And, Greg, that's exactly what he gives you. I mean, he's constantly making his presence felt around the rim.
Smith against Waiters. The dish is a singlet. Down low. Here's Durant. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
That's his second personal foul.
And, guys, it's easy to forget sometimes just how young Kevin Durant still is. I mean, last season, he became the second youngest player to get to 15,000 points.
A different look for Oklahoma City. Steven Adams, he's checked in for Singler. Andre Robertson comes in for Waiters. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Kane. And the Cavaliers call time here. For Durant getting to 15,000 points, the only player, Clark, to do it quicker was LeBron James.
Yeah, and it's even more impressive when you realize that Durant did spend 1 year in college, Kevin. You take a year off his age, and he and LeBron got to that point plateau in virtually the same amount of time.
We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. The drive by James, and it's blocked by Adams. And they get it back. Irving against Westbrook. Irving dishes to Love.
And for Kevin Love, such a big part of that Minnesota Timberwolves franchise. I mean, they drafted him 5th overall back in 2008. And really, he had been their catalyst his entire career. Even last year when he decided he finally wanted out, he helped the Wolves land Andrew Wiggins in the trade that shook the league.
Westbrook drives in. No luck.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
And pushing it up here. Here is Oklahoma City. Mozgov with the steal. Here we go, James.
Oh!
Forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend. Take it to the hoop.
And how, Clark? Brilliant throwdown.
Just exerting his authority on that play.
The Cavaliers trail by 12. That's good. He's 5 for 9.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding, and they're piling up the assists.
Here's Durant. And James pulls it down. For Cleveland, they've gone 4 of 6 from the field here in the second. Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by. With the second effort. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And there's the call. Oklahoma City with the foul.
You know, one of the more impressive things that we know about LeBron James is that he is one of the great leaders in the NBA. His voice carries a lot of weight, and he hasn't been shy about raising his voice on social issues either. Good to see.
And speaking of LeBron's leadership, trying to will this Cavs team to the title, one of his greatest challenges.
And Kevin, the expectations are just so high. He may have had less talent around him in his first stint in Cleveland, but after winning titles in Miami, anything less seems like a step backwards.
Right side, Durant. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. That one on Mozgov. We all know about Durant's injury last season. Strange because he was the model of health pretty much before that.
He really was. I mean, just rarely missed extended time. And factor in he, along with Westbrook, 2 guys who have been really the model of durability. Health is something he nor the fans will ever take for granted again.
Thompson, he's checked in for Cleveland. And it's Smith penetrating. Westbrook against Irving. Roberson gets the bucket. Roberson's got 6.
You know, a quick note about Kevin Durant and his ability to stay on the floor. Prior to last season, he played in 97% of all games that he could have. That's high-level durability there.
And with that, the Thunder lead is cut down to 10 on the bucket from Smith.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying, Clark, to get back into this game like this.
Yeah, definitely a jam with emphasis. A big apostrophe or exclamation point. How about maybe even a question mark, partner?
Yeah, I would have to say there are a lot of questions right now from a defensive standpoint. That's for sure.
And Oklahoma City going with a whole new group out there. And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Anderson Varejau's checked in for Love. Jefferson comes in for LeBron. Shumpert is checked in for Smith. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Kyrie Irving. The drive by Shumpert to the inside. It's good, and the Thunder lead is cut down now to just 12 points with the basket from Jefferson. It's deflected. Stolen by Thompson. Dellavedova, that's good.
And that's how you take the steal and turn it into a transition opportunity.
I think that's the perfect time to do it, Greg. I mean, those few seconds after the turnover, strike right away because the defense has no chance to get organized.
We know Oklahoma City has the stars, the big names, the offensive flair. But, you know, Greg, this team, and you appreciate this, is a very tough defensive group.
Yeah, I think they've matured in that area. In the past, that wasn't always true. But last year, the Thunder really hung their hat on their defense. Top 10 in opponents' field goal percentage.
Got a piece of it. They get it back. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Cavaliers. Now here's Payne, covered by Irving. The rejection by Smith. And they get it back. With some arc. Morrow, no good.
And fancy finishes like that look great, but man, it's embarrassing when you blow them. And not a guy known for style points when it comes to throwing one down, but every once in a while, Kevin.
Greg, why don't we see more dunks like that from him? He's certainly got the size for it.
Yeah, I think it comes down to the fact he lacks a little dexterity and even creativity to be an elite finisher. You know, even though they're behind, I love the job they've been doing getting to the free throw line.
We always like it when you're aggressive and not settling.
You know, when you look at the Thunder and their defense, it starts with the length they have on the perimeter. It also helps to have rim protectors backing them up on any drive.
And he gets it to go. 14 points for Russell Westbrook. It's stolen by Ibaka. And stolen by LeBron. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Smith kicks to Love. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. And it's 6 points for Kevin Love. Oklahoma City leading by 11. Outside Westbrook. Four seconds left. Mozgov with the block.
Timeout. Timeout. Start it.
And the Cavaliers call time here. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely.
And that does it for the first half of play. Thunder lead by 11. We're going to step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after our halftime. We're getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third.
Good game for Westbrook. He has 14 points, and he's rejected a shot over the course of the game, too.
And it easily could have been more. He's played an effective game at that end of the floor.
Checking out the group for David Blatt to start the second half. Down low, it's Love and Mozgov. Kyrie Irving and J.R. Smith at the guard set. And it's LeBron and at the three, the small forward.
You know, and Billy Donovan, the Oklahoma City Thunder, were able to pull him away from the college game last season, signed him to a 5-year deal in the middle of last year's playoffs. You know, even against defense as tight as that, you expect him to bury those.
Yeah, I don't know, though, Clark. That defender was on him like glue on that possession. That would have been a heck of a bucket, even though we've seen him hit those in the past.
To the paint.
Tell you what, he's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Absolutely insane with that dunk.
Well, now they're starting to rub it in, aren't they? Have build up a lead, and here we go, folks. It's showtime.
That was a Kodak moment right there. The more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys on the ropes.
Durant against Love. Second chance shot, and it's good off the glass. Love's got 8.
No doubt about it. He has done a ton to help his team, but he's going to have to do even more if they want to have a chance to get back in this.
Smith with a wide open look. Smith missing again. The Thunder leading by 11. And it's Durant missing.
It has not been an ideal start to the second half. They've missed 3 of their first 4.
Back to Irving. Love goes in. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got 4 assists in the game.
In that tight, with that much of an advantage height-wise, there's just not a lot the defense can do. Ooh, and this is turning into a slow start here in the second half. Seems like they left that offense in the locker room.
Left side, Love. Count that one. Love's got 12. The Thunder have gone only 1 of 5 from the field since halftime. A very slow start offensively. Here's LeBron. Blanketed by the D. Fights to the rim for the layup. Now just a 5-point Thunder lead.
And for Kyrie Irving, it had been a long time coming. Last season, he finally played in his first postseason with the Cavs. And up until the unfortunate injury, he certainly made the most of it.
With the teardrop. And that's out of bounds. Cleveland will retain possession. A different look for Oklahoma City. Enes Kanter comes in for Adams. And it's Waiters in for Andre Robertson. Cleveland also making some changes. Thompson, he's checked in for Mozgov. Iman Shumpert has come in for LeBron. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Irving. And think again about the playoffs last year, Clark. They weren't all sunshine and roses for Irving. He had to play through a tough leg injury in the conference semifinals. And, of course, the injury in the finals, the fractured kneecap, and he was gone.
Yeah, that was really painful to watch, seeing him go out for the rest of the playoffs with that fractured kneecap. A freak injury, but he'll grow from it and be better.
Here's Waiters. Looking to end the drought. Good. Nice assist from Westbrook. And that's now 6 points for Dion Waiters. Dellavedova, the pass to Love. Again, Love missing.
You know, even though he missed that one, great shooters have a way of feeling when they've got enough room to pull the trigger.
And no doubt about it, the defense, you can see him exhaling right now. Fortunate that he didn't knock that one down.
Looking at who's out there now for the Thunder. Nick Collison's checked in for Ibaka. Morrow comes in for Kevin Durant. And it's Payne in for Russell Westbrook. Here's Varejao. Trying to get open is Thompson. Varejao can't hit. It's blocked. Shumpert against Waiters. That's a 2 from Dellavedova. Second chance shot. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Kanter's got 3 rebounds so far in the game.
Oh, he's just dangling from the rim after sending it through there.
You can see which team now has the swagger, Clark, right now.
Yeah, it's with them.
And, guys, that swagger can backfire because you don't want to get your opponent a little too riled up.
Timeout called the Cavaliers.
Yeah, and a big year for Enes Kanter last season. I mean, traded from the Jazz to the Thunder and finally saw the minutes that he was hoping for.
A platoon swap here for Cleveland. And it's blocked. Dishes it to Morrow. Finished off the break. Morrow's got his second bucket of the game to go. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Thunder.
Contested shots and block shots. They're bread and butter defensively. They're giving up no easy looks.
Yeah, but they've also done a great job of playing in space, getting out in transition every opportunity.
Irving drives in. Pass to Mozgov. And it's good. Fought through contact. It's the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
Mozgov, guys, was specifically sought after by his coach, Dave Blatt. Remember, Mozgov was a favorite of his from when Blatt coached the Russian national team.
Now here's Payne, covered by Irving. Payne's shot is good. Payne's got 6. The Cavaliers trail by 10. Mozgov and Blatt with a close connection from their international play. Mozgov was a big part of taking home a bronze medal. Remember, Clark, back in 2012 with Blatt?
Yeah, exactly. In Russia, and now again with the Cavs, Mozgov is showing that Blatt has great confidence and trust in his ability, and that's wonderful for a player. A wide open 3. They need much better communication defensively.
Waiters dishes to Payne. Launches it. Rebound by Smith.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him. But luckily, his teammates have picked up the slack.
And it's Dion Waiters with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Greg, those are always tough to judge, but I think the official got that one right.
And Oklahoma City making a change here. Ziegler's checked in.
Some big points there. I mean, they got him on a nice play to get the ball right to the bucket.
And exactly what they're looking for down the stretch, Clark. Just more of the same.
Nobody near Irving. The quick look, no good that time.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor. And very little fight put up by the defense as he made his way to the bucket for the jam.
They did seem to take the cautious approach, Greg, when it came to defending that one. You're right.
And, guys, it's not the time for caution now. I mean, they've got to be aggressive and take some risks to see if they can cut that lead down.
Here.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now.
Clark, there is a swagger out here on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
That's right.
I tell you what, I used to love to go up and jam like that.
Back to Singler. Drills it from outside.
Singler for 3.
Singler's got 5 points so far. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. In the corner, Irving with it. Got a piece of it. And stolen by Payne. Waiters with the ball. He's picked up by James. And the rejection by Smith. And stolen by Love. They need this. And finished off by LeBron.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Thunder out in front, leading by 10. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway. The fourth quarter just moments away now as we welcome you back. Durant the 3 and Ibaka the 4. Roberson is out there with Russell Westbrook. And it's Adams in at center. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. Verajao setting the pick for Jefferson. Just 5 on the clock. And here we go with Westbrook heading to the hoop.
And a little bit of showmanship there as he increases the lead.
Oh, I like that. That's got to be, though, a tough pill for the defense to swallow.
Well, he's a guy that you know can hurt you with his passing. And right there, he does some damage with his finishing, too.
And that lead pass allowed him to get straight to the rim, unabated in stride.
And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Chance here now for a three-point play. So we'll see Russell Westbrook go to the line here. It's going to be on Verajao.
And guys, you talk about players who have that killer instinct. Russell Westbrook is right at the top of that list.
And there's the foul. It goes on Serge Ibaka. That is his first foul of the game. Fourth quarter of basketball. We're about a minute into it. They set the pick. And Shumpert kicks to Jefferson. Just 5 to shoot. They retain possession. And with that, the Thunder lead is cut down now to just 10 points with that basket from Iman Shumpert. It's Westbrook with the drive. Verajao grabs the board. Verajao's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Jefferson with it, guarded now by Durant. Shumpert against Westbrook. And it's blocked by Ibaka. To the middle. Here's Roberson. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
Excellent vision by Durant out there. What a nice pass.
Dellavedova, the pass to Thompson. And it's good. Thompson's got 4 this quarter.
He's doing his best to carry him, fellas, but he can only do so much. Things would be different for them if he was getting a little more help.
Here's Westbrook. No good. Good D by Thompson. The Cavaliers trail by 10. Outside jumper. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. Well, Thunder have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Cavaliers shooting under 40% all in all for the game. And the foul called on Russell Westbrook. That's foul number 2 for him. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. Love dishes to Irving. Back to Love. Durant with the steal. And here we go with Westbrook heading to the hoop.
Tell you what, he's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Absolutely insane with that dunk.
Well, now they're starting to rub it in, aren't they? Build up a lead, and here we go, folks. It's showtime.
That was a Kodak moment right there. The more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys on the ropes.
And here's the fast break. And with that, the Thunder lead is cut down now to just 10 on the basket from LeBron.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Kicks to Robertson. Out to the right wing. And Westbrook, here we go. And it's going to be a goaltending call here, so they'll count the bucket.
He thought he had that one clean, but the ref saw it differently. They'll count the basket.
And the Thunder going with a whole new group out there. Smith outside. Back to James. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Now that's some hang time. Levitation, elevation. What a pretty double clutch move there.
Well, you can afford to get fancy on your way up. You got to have that kind of space.
And space, Kevin, is what he had. The defense just a little bit Charmin tissue paper-like. I should say soft.
Timeout called, Cleveland.
Yeah, enough scoring on the inside there. I think it's time for him to send a message to his team.
Yeah, you're exactly right. I guarantee you this talk centers around cutting down on all of those points coming in the paint. They've got to show more resistance there. They've been very untidy with the ball here. You commit turnovers when you try to do too much or you force it. They need to focus on making the simple play, good passes, and moving the ball around.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Yes, Kevin, during that last break, I heard David Blatt as he addressed his team. He is not pleased with the score and implored them to try to make a push right now, saying, "We don't have time, fellas. If we can't make a dent soon, I'll have to pull the plug." Pretty blunt, Kevin. Back to you.
Thanks again, Doris. Irving attacking. Excellent D from Cantor.
Now, nice work there to contest the finish inside.
You know, they got the shot they wanted, but his defense, deterred them from those plans.
Tough to hit that shot when the D is all over you like that.
Waiters no luck.
And honestly, not real happy with the shot selection on that one.
Yeah, clearly a brain fade there. He's got to be a little smarter in his choice making.
Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. And the Thunder lead by 14. The drive by James. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Cavaliers will retain possession. Here's Love. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And for Kevin Love last season, he didn't want to be called a stretch four, but the numbers suggest he was exactly that. Nearly 1 out of every 2 shots he took was from 3, a much higher ratio than at any other time in his career.
The Thunder leading by 12. Here's Westbrook. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. As Greg was talking about Clark back to Love, it wasn't his choice to camp out from 3 last year. It was designed that way to create operating space for both LeBron and Kyrie.
Yeah, and you think about it, it's hard to ask a successful post player not to play to his strengths, but Love made the sacrifice, and I don't think he gets enough credit for that, Kevin.
And for Russell Westbrook, a heroic effort last season, but not necessarily an efficient one. He averaged 28 points a game, which led the league, but shot a 5-year low of 43% to get those points. And he led the league in turnover average, but that's also because he's got such a high volume usage now with all the injuries.
Well, Greg, on the topic of Westbrook, no one's questioning his heart and his will. It was unbelievable what he did after Durant went down. But Clark, the truth is, it's hard to make the playoffs playing inefficient basketball.
No, I agree. I mean, there are certain guys who are catalysts and other guys who make things happen. And Iverson, Ginobili, Russell's old teammate, James Harden. Those guys make things happen, and you have to live with some of their inefficiency at times.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Thunder.
You know, a team can have a great shooting night without getting a lot of assists, but tonight, Clark, they had both.
They sure did. I mean, the ball was moving and guys were knocking down shots.
A fantastic show. And what an amazing all-around game it was for Russell Westbrook. He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot hand.
Mozgov with the steal. Here's James.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Yeah, but he was late to get there, Greg, so the referee couldn't give him a free pass on that one.
At the line for the Thunder.
And you just look back over the career of LeBron, and you have to say he's an all-time great already. I mean, the numbers are there, the multiple championships, some already calling him the best small forward to ever play the game.
Here's Roberson. No good. Excellent D there from Mozgov. Cleveland's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the fourth quarter. Smith, no luck.
Been a real difficult game for him offensively, and it's cost him.
Westbrook. It's rebounded by Cleveland. And you just look at LeBron, Clark, in a historical context. Last season, he became the first player since Bill Russell and his Celtics to make it to the NBA Finals 5 consecutive years.
Boy, I tell you what, it says even more about LeBron that whenever he leaves a team, they miss the playoffs. And no matter what team he's on, they're favorites to win their conference.
And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there.
Substitution on the court.
Here's Williams. There's the triple. Can't get it to fall. So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
Well, you know, it makes a big difference. I mean, you never felt like they had any doubts that they'd come out
going to bring you an interconference matchup in this one as the Cavaliers come from Cleveland to play this one.
Nice clean game, huh?
And get ready for another dose of NBA basketball on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, and here with me today, Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Look at Cleveland's starting group. Kyrie Irving and J.R. Smith at the guard set. LeBron and Love are the talented pair at the forward position. And it's Mozgov in at the 5. Here's LeBron. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
Greg, he got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
It's his first trip to the line.
And he finished last season right around 71% from the line, so not exactly his best percentage.
Kiwi Steven Adams, one of the toughest players down on the block.
And Kevin Adams is not afraid to get under somebody's skin. He's pretty strong defensively, too.
And, you know, guys, that's one of the things I like about Adams. I mean, he'll draw the ire of opposing players just because of how he approaches the game.
Yes.
Well done again. He doesn't have the same problems at the line that plague some of the NBA's other big men.
There's the pick. Westbrook drives in. Pass to Roberson. Outside for Durant. Roberson dishes to Durant. 6 to shoot. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face.
Yeah, and guys, Adams doesn't want to be known as a dirty player. I mean, I think he feels he plays aggressive and he hustles, and that sometimes rubs players the wrong way.
Here's Durant. And Adams with the slam. Guys back and forth this first half.
Well, 5 lead changes early on, guys, as we grapple back and forth.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way. You know, not necessarily what you're looking for, but still able to convert.
Shots good by Ibaka.
I don't know. Maybe they're still working out the kinks on D, because that clearly was a breakdown.
And out of bounds as the Thunder gain possession.
A temporary lapse of focus from him on that turnover. It's embarrassing, but on occasion it does happen.
Irving against Westbrook. The shot is off. And Cleveland the other way now. Here's LeBron. Goes up high for the two-handed dunk.
Sheer, unadulterated power right there. I mean, he ripped it down with both hands.
Absolutely. A resounding dunk.
Just a take-no-chance slam by the big fella. And a really good way to start the game. He's a guy who, if he gets it going early, he's going to give you problems.
We know Oklahoma City has the stars, the big names, the offensive flair. But, you know, Greg, this team, and you appreciate this, is a very tough defensive group.
Yeah, I think they've matured in that area. In the past, that wasn't always true. But last year, the Thunder really hung their hat on their defense. Top 10 in opponents' field goal percentage.
And Westbrook, here we go. Mozgov with the block.
Yeah, good job to take it right at them.
Yeah, really left him no choice there, Greg. I mean, he had the foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket. You know, the Cavs last season won a bunch of games, but they had to fight for a lot of them. They often would fall behind early or dig a big hole and have to fight their way out of it.
Irving for 3. The shot no good. Westbrook with the nice D there. Pass to Roberson. Tries from 10. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good.
Boy, such outstanding patience in this.
Nasty. Absolutely filthy.
And the building is stunned, partner. He dug deep into his bag of
I
tricks
tell you
there.
what, I hope he keeps that one handy. I want to see that one again.
Now here's Durant. He's got 6. Shot clock at 6. Goes up the baseline. And that one off the back of the rim and in.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
It's a pick by Love. LeBron drives in. The kick out to Irving. They shoot again. Love outside. On the wing, Irving. Again, Irving missing.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Durant with it. He's picked up by LeBron. Outside Westbrook. He kicks it to Adams. Excellent D there from Mozgov. The Cavaliers trail by 5. Irving passes to Love. And it comes off the front of the rim. Thunder have gone 7 of 11 from the field to begin the game. Durant wide open. He fires. That 3 off the mark. Cavaliers have gone 6 of 13 from the field, just under the 50% mark.
He just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics, at least as I look at it.
That's good.
And when you look at Serge Ibaka, it's amazing how methodically he's worked on his shooting. I mean, it seems like every year his range extends up just a couple of feet. He now has one of the best mid-range jumpers in the game, and that has obviously opened up the offense for everyone else.
Timeout is called. First in the game for the Cavaliers. Getting back to Ibaka, he entered the league primarily as a dunker. Cut to last season, he's shooting over 3 threes a game club.
And that was an objective that he wanted to pursue going into last season for his development and his team's progress. But that also helped drop his overall field goal percentage below 50.
Looking at who's out there now for the Thunder. Cantor checked in for Adams. Collison comes in for Serge Ibaka. DJ Augustine's checked in for Andre Robertson. And it's Payne in for Russell Westbrook. And Durant, here we go. And he throws it down hard with one hand.
Maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable dunks.
Yeah, and when he's got a lead like that, why not take a few chances? A lot more engaging and entertaining than just doing the old ho-hum one-hander.
Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for Oklahoma City.
Great hustle defensively through the first half, contesting everything and racking up the block shots.
They also came out of the locker room with their running shoes on. I mean, their transition game has been full throttle.
Oh, perfect timing there to knock down the teardrop.
The steal. And here we go. Shumpert running it up the court. And so the ball's out of bounds. Shumpert touched it last.
I tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
And it's the Thunder with the ball. 7-point differential. Augustine in the corner. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
They sure are. I mean, they've done a terrific job carving out space under the basket and then pursuing the ball. You know, it's one thing to box out, but you've got to pursue the ball if you're going to get rebounds. And they look strong here in the early going.
For Cleveland, they have shot 2 free throws, and they're 1 of 2 so far.
And a season ago, they hit about 75% of their free throws.
And so he hits the technical free throw. Now here's Shumpert. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. The Cavaliers have made 2 of their previous 3 free throws in today's game. He misses the free throw. Good on the second free throw. Now here's Payne. He's guarded closely. Morrow kicks to Collison. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with the way they work down low.
It's becoming a theme in this game, Clark. They are piling up the points in the paint.
No shortage of scoring here at the end of the first quarter. Oklahoma City out in front. They lead by 4. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this. And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And when you consider how the Thunder are doing, guys, what do you think?
They come out the gates here strong and put together just a solid first quarter.
A ton of good looks for him, Greg, on offense, and it's quality shots they're getting.
Westbrook the point with Waiters at the 2. Inside, you've got Ibaka and Kanter, and it's Singler in the small forward position. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City.
Love the aggressive attitude. I mean, no invitation needed for him to take it strong to the basket.
Well, you go back last season, the Cavs had a very slow start to the year. Not surprising. They had a lot of new faces and people they were bringing together. Clark, it didn't look like the powerhouse they would end up being, as we saw.
Well, you know, they were kind of fumbling and bumbling around in the 5th and 6th spots in the East for the first half of the season. Made some changes, though, through trade, and that got them going, I think.
Cavaliers have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Irving's shot is good.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from inside the paint area.
There's got to be a...
Man, he got fancy with that one, didn't he?
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open.
I tell you what, I like that, though, guys. Some coaches might not want you to make a play like that, but I tell you what, when you got the skills like that, I say go for it. Both teams trading punches back and forth. This thing's like a heavyweight fight.
The momentum swing, really impossible to keep track of. The energy in the building just keeps going back and forth, ebbing and flowing. I'm loving it.
Steven Adams, he's checked in for Enes Kanter. Love, no luck.
Boy, even though he missed, you can't give up that kind of a look very often.
Better to be lucky than good sometimes. Fortunately, they didn't get burned on that one.
And here's Westbrook from the arc. Mozgov grabs the board. The Cavaliers trail by 3. Cleveland moving it around. Waiters with the ball. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
Took him no time at all on that one. Smith's got it all tied up now for the Cavs. It's Westbrook with the drive. And the rejection by Love. In transition, here come the Cavaliers. And that's a foul called on Kyle Singler. That's his first foul. Roberson, he's checked in for Singler. And Cleveland with a change here, too. Richard Jefferson, he's checked in for Mozgov. In watching Serge Ibaka, the intimidation factor is fierce, Clark, and it's been that way ever since he entered the NBA.
That's his game, Kevin. He's not the most physical shot blocker in the league, but boy, his anticipation and timing off the charts.
And what a gutty play. I mean, muscles his way to the rebound and then just pounds it home for the putback.
Well said, G.A. The battle on the boards, Clark, could go a long way toward deciding this game.
You know, and if that play is any indication, that's a battle they're willing to put every ounce of their energy into winning.
And talking about Ibaka, he keeps adding strength without losing that quickness. Came into this league as a raw athlete. Now he's filling out his frame and his game.
5 on the clock. Good. A nice assist from Westbrook. And it's 8 points for Serge Ibaka.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
James. Rebounded by Serge Ibaka. Ibaka's got 6 rebounds here tonight.
Getting back to Ibaka, I mean, it's not just about blocking shots. It's about keeping people in the lane from even getting shots off. How many times have we seen guys drive inside, find Ibaka, and throw the ball out?
Smith's shot is good. Smith's got 7 now in this quarter.
And that almost feels like 2 buckets coming off the steal like it did.
And especially the fact that it now ties the game. The lead was about to be stretched out, and instead, it's back even.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Thunder. Well, you look back on the Thunder last season, and the theme was injuries. Too many injuries to the bulk of their core.
And, you know, the big three, Durant, Westbrook, and Ibaka, all missed significant time. Only Westbrook of those three was able to finish the season.
Catching up on the changes for Oklahoma City. Nick Collison's checked in for Steven Adams. Durant comes in for Serge Ibaka. And it's Payne in for Russell Westbrook. Out of bounds, Cleveland takes possession. Cleveland's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far.
And listen, those injuries really did the Thunder in. I mean, at no time during the season did they ever really get a chance to gel and play any stretch of games with their entire roster. You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Yeah, he was one step late that time, Greg.
Looking at who's out there now for the Thunder. Steven Adams, he's checked in for Collison. Ibaka comes in for Dion Waiters. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Payne. And it's slammed in by Verejao.
And the defense out of position on that possession, which allowed for him to get that offensive board.
Well said. Yes, he did. You're right, Ray. That's a tremendous jam on the putback.
What a great nose for the basketball he has, and such a strong finisher as well. You know, every franchise will have a year that is just lost to injuries. I mean, it happens. The hard part of it for the Thunder is that it happened while so many of their stars are in their prime.
Durant against Jones. It's Durant with the drive. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move, too, Kevin?
Trying to send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
And I'm not sure if it was text or email, but he definitely threw that one down.
Out to the wing. Roberson gets the bucket. Roberson's got 8.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen. Really good awareness right there on the assist.
And Westbrook here with...
Talk about putting something extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, Clark, you know, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space.
I'm startled that he would even try something like that at this stage of the game.
Oklahoma City leading by 4. Here's Durant. Misses from short range.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
And Thompson throws it down.
Solid on the one-hand throw down there.
You know, Clark, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Yep. Yeah, and one reason why I just don't know that I've ever seen him miss a play like that.
Now, this is why the breakaway rim was invented, for plays just like that.
Well, he almost brought the whole thing down, Clark, by hanging on that long.
Yeah, he did.
I tell you what, though, great dunk, and this is even a better game we got going on right now.
There's the steal. Got a piece of it. And Ibaka gets to Westbrook. And it's blocked. Shumpert got it off in time, but it's no good. Welcome back, everyone. We're ready to get going again as this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports continues. Players are topped off with Gatorade, hydrated, and ready to get going again as well. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
Yeah, he's played just a smart game overall offensively, looking for and finding the gaps in the defense, and also terrific shot selection.
Greg, that's exactly what we're talking about when we talk about being efficient as an offensive player. Fully on display there with him.
And now the third quarter about to get going.
What a performance from Durant here. 15 points, and from long range, he's hit 1 3-pointer.
And when it's all said and done, I got a sneaky suspicion he's going to have a few more.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. So on the floor for Cleveland, LeBron and Love are the talented pair at the forward position. Kyrie Irving and J.R. Smith at the guard set. And it's Mozgov in at the 5 down low. And guys, for everything we've said about Kyrie Irving over the years, now let's talk about maybe another area. And that is his willingness to give up the ball. LeBron came to town at the beginning of last season. Kyrie didn't even flinch at the prospect of being 1B to 1A. To me, that was a very selfless way of giving the mantle of that team over to LeBron.
I agree with you, and there was some question as to whether Kyrie would be able to do that at this point in his career, but ultimately that's what champions do. Kobe did it for Shaq, Robinson did it for Tim Duncan. That's really what great players do.
The Cavaliers trail by 7. Shoots it up. And Cleveland again with the bucket.
Their second half has started quite well. They've been good on 3 of their first 4 attempts.
Westbrook with it. He's picked up by Irving. And Westbrook, here we go. Down low. Here's Adams. And it's going to be a 3-second call. And the Thunder with some changes. Dion Waiters comes in for Andre Robertson. And it's Payne in for Russell Westbrook. Count that one. And that's 15 points for LeBron.
Everything working for him out of the half as they've hit 4 of their first 5 shots.
Cavaliers have gotten 4 of their first 5 second-half shots to fall. 80% since the break.
Major defensive lapse right there. I mean, he's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. You've got to stay attached to him. They're lucky he couldn't punish them for it.
And that one is good. 10 points for Serge Ibaka.
He has such a nice touch for a big man.
Yeah, and they've got to figure out a way to get a bigger body on him, because if they don't match up his size, then he's going to continue to work them over the rest of the game.
Now here's Payne. He's covered by Irving. Payne dishes to Adams. Passes it to Payne. 6 on the shot clock. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. The 17-footer. The shot will not go. Excellent D there from Mozgov.
And one problem with the Cavs last season was they put immediate pressure on themselves. A part of that was the trade for Kevin Love.
And Waiters gets to Adams. And now the Cavaliers. Fast break. Irving leading the charge.
They needed a run desperately, and boy, did they come up big.
And, you know, it wasn't just about getting hot offensively. Defensively, they've been stellar as well.
Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over. As you said, the Cavs put a lot of pressure on themselves because of the trade. You could see it affect the way they came out of the gate.
And, you know, it was just night and day, Kevin, when the Cavs began to relax and click. I mean, a total transformation and turnaround. They would go 19-20 in the first 39 games, and then 34-9 over the rest of the season once those guys gelled and got locked in.
Nick Collison's checked in for Oklahoma City. A big group substitution here for Cleveland. Thompson, he's checked in for Mozgov. Shumpert comes in for James. Williams, he's checked in for J.R. Smith. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Irving. And the Cavaliers pushing it up now. The Cavaliers shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight. That one drops. He ties it up. And that one falls, and that puts him up by 1 point.
And that's another area where he is just a superb player. Excellent at the free throw line.
Taken away by Williams. It's 2-on-1. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Dellavedova. And it's 7 points for Mo Williams. Payne passes to Ibaka. And nothing is falling for him right now. Cleveland leading by 3. Clark, their offense has been great here.
Yeah, I love the way they've looked. Really strong and together.
Yeah, the ball movement has been terrific, and they've kept the defense off balance.
Here's the pass to Payne. The Cavaliers pull it in.
You know, the Cavs had a slow start to last season compared to how everybody thought they would play. Still, it was the best start for Kevin Love in his career and would end up being the most winning team he's played on. Says something about how long he's waited for success.
That one is off. And Love, who would also go on to make his first postseason appearance, played in the first round last year. It was a complete 180 for him in what he was used to at Minnesota.
And even though there were ups and downs for Love last season, you know that he must have enjoyed winning for a change. And being in the league so long without making the playoffs, he finally got a chance to play in the postseason.
Durant attacking. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish.
Really tough for this group right now, trying anything to stop the run.
And no matter what they've tried, it hasn't worked. I think they've just got to slow it down, idle it back, and get back to the basics. That's a huge part of what they want to do defensively. Limit his easy chances inside.
Thompson. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Dellavedova. Thompson's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And really just led him to his sweet spot for that finish.
Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over.
And he clearly doesn't like what's going on out there right now.
Would you? I mean, how could he like what's happening? Really had to take a time out there and try to figure out a way to derail their momentum.
The three from Morrow, but they'll get another chance. Outside Durant to stop the run. And play stops as it looks like they called over the back here.
Yeah, nothing wrong with fighting for the rebound, but he gets nailed with the over-the-back call.
And, Greg, you know I was an offensive rebounder in my day, and I like that kind of aggressive play. But he's got to do a little better job of trying to get position earlier in that case.
That's a good point. Positioning is so vital when you're trying to rebound the basketball, and that's something that wasn't on display in that possession.
He hits the second from the line.
And Iman Shumpert, more athlete than player when he entered the league. 42-inch max vertical, shoulders carved like Michelangelo. But he had a long way to go in terms of his skill set. And you can see that evolution right before your eyes.
Thunder trailing by 9. Westbrook dishes to Durant. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play.
Yeah, heads-up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
One thing about Kevin Durant, when you talk with him, he's got...
Tell you what, he's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Absolutely insane with that number.
Well, now they're starting to rub it in. Aren't they? Have build up a lead, and here we go, folks. It's showtime.
That was a Kodak moment right there. The more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys on the ropes.
Catching up on the changes for Oklahoma City. Cantor checked in for Ibaka. Singler comes in for Kevin Durant. And it's Roberson in for Anthony Morrow. Kevin Love's checked in for the Cavaliers. Jefferson comes in for Mo Williams. Cavaliers leading. We've got 33 seconds left in the third quarter. Knocked loose. And here we go with Westbrook running it up the court. And it's blocked. And it's out of bounds. Oklahoma City able to retain possession here. J.R. Smith's checked in for Cleveland. Kyrie Irving comes in for Matthew Dellavedova. Stolen by Thompson.
I'd like to see him use a little clock here.
I agree with you. Milk the clock with this possession. That's what they've got to be doing. They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working beautifully.
It really is. 5 out of 6 of their last field goals have come from the paint.
And they go to the intentional foul.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
9 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Here's Shumpert. No good on that last second attempt. And as we conclude the third quarter, what a game. Neither team giving ground. Cavaliers lead by 2. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this. We welcome you back to what has been a good one here as we get into the fourth quarter. Payne out there with Dion Waiters. And there's Roberson. Then it's Enes Kanter. And it's Collison at the force line. That's the lineup out there for the Thunder. Payne kicks to Collison. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for Cleveland.
Well, I got to say, one thing that stuck out all game is the consistent penetration they've got.
And the other thing they've done since the beginning of this game is score points off turnovers and in bunches.
And there's a whistle. That's going to go on Timothy Mozgov. That's his first foul. And a new group getting ready for Oklahoma City. Adams, he's checked in for Enes Kanter. Baca comes in for Nick Collison. Durant's checked in for Waiters. And Russell Westbrook is subbed in for Payne. Here's Ibaka. Here's Adams. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
They're locked in from the charity stripe this half. Not a miss yet.
And trying to cut into this lead, they need every edge they can get.
Looking at the game Adams has been having, he's got 8 points, and he hasn't forgotten to get his teammates involved either.
And he's conscious, I think, Clark, of good ball movement. It needs to be a part of their game plan throughout. I tell you what, I don't know what he did in the locker room, but he needs to do a little bit more of it because he's on fire.
Westbrook up top, covered by Irving. Westbrook passes to Adams. Out to Ibaka. Adams down low. Covered by Smith. Smith with some nice D. Cavaliers have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. The wide open look for Love. Offline with his 3.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
And Ibaka kicks to Adams. And the powerful one-handed slam.
And guys, this game won't be close for long if they keep giving up dunks like that.
No, it won't, Jay. You're right. A glaring error defensively and letting him get all the way to the basket that time.
But it's only 2 points. I mean, it was flashy, no doubt, but still, it only counts for 2. 2 is all.
Durant gets to Adams. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Love's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. From 11 feet away, he hits the back iron and sinks the shot.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Well, over the break, I listened in on Billy Donovan's huddle. He told us, guys, I know we can do this, fellas. Let's maximize every possession and get after it and just watch. Things will go our way. Kevin?
Thank you, Doris. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Rebound by Smith. The Cavaliers leading by 4. Love goes in. Durant kicks to Westbrook. And the rejection by Smith. And it goes out of bounds. That one is off Smith. Here is Ibaka. At basket number 6 to his stat sheet. He's now 6 for 10. Here's Irving. The shot is off. Now Oklahoma City takes it the other way. Here's Roberson. Mozgov covering. Adams' shot is good.
Adams.
You know, he was a non-factor in that first half, but now he's making up for lost time.
Irving attacking. An easy 2 points on the layup. Irving's got 4 this quarter.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
One made 3 for him for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see. And he doesn't really...
Oh! Man, he got fancy with that one, didn't he?
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open.
I tell you what, I like that, though, guys. Some coaches might not want you to make a play like that, but I tell you what, when you got the skills like that...
That's not as easy as he made it look, guys. You've got to have some skills to pull that baby off.
Well, he's got plenty of those skills necessary.
And you know what? Man. That man can climb a ladder.
And the jam by Kevin Durant.
Yeah, how about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
Well, we've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for them.
Could be. A dunk like that coming off a great defensive play has to build some momentum.
Shumpert is checked in for the Cavaliers. Irving drives in. And a miss there off the inbound. The Thunder have gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the fourth and even 50% to take the lead. Slides through for his 7th basket in 11 tries.
3-point shooting since the half has been about as good as you could ask for.
And now's the time for them to step on the gas pedal. Don't let up. Keep letting it fly from deep and build that lead. Play through the finish line, not to it. Keep the pressure on.
And then Durant with the jam.
And tired legs affect you at the defensive end first, and that's what we're seeing here.
You called it, Greg. As much offense as we saw early, we're seeing even more of it here late.
And with him missing literally everything he's put up today, you can see why the score is what it is.
Adams. No good. Shumpert with some nice D. All going up court. And it goes, and the Oklahoma City lead is cut down now to just 3 on the basket from Mozgov.
And one area where they haven't struggled has been transition.
Yeah, I think that may be their ticket out of the hole. Look for even more of those quick hitters.
Durant using his post moves to get the 2 points. Durant's got 8 points in the quarter.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
Yeah, but you have to love that tough interior defense.
And, Greg, that's exactly what he gives you. I mean, he's constantly making his presence felt around the rim.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. They're ahead by 5. 1:12 left in the fourth quarter. J.R. Smith's checked in for the Cavaliers. 1:12 left in the fourth quarter. And Ibaka kicks to Roberson. Poked loose. 6 on the shot clock. In transition, here come the Cavaliers. Good! What a beautiful shot to bring them to within 3. 59 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Durant drawing the double team. Outside Westbrook. Ibaka sets the pick for Westbrook. Here's Adams. Mozgov grabs the board. At the elbow, Smith gets the bucket and the foul. They get Russell Westbrook.
What a bucket at one of the more crucial moments of the game.
How about the cool, collected way in which he delivered it? Clutch. Terrific game for Smith. 12 points, and there's a nice number in his assist column as well.
It really has been, Clark. He's created a lot of open looks for his teammates. Very unselfish play from him today.
Durant with it. Now defended by Mosdar. And that'll be Oklahoma City as it goes out of bounds. Thunder retain possession. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Love.
Well, close to picking that one off.
Still a nice play to make sure that pass didn't reach its target.
And it's out of bounds. The Thunder able to retain possession. And here's Westbrook from the arc. No good from three-point territory. Ahead. Count it!
Oh, I love that dish down low.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. They're down by 2. 1 seconds left in the game. Guys, your thoughts?
And it all comes down to this. Still enough time on the clock that they should be able to get a real good look.
Yeah, and in this case, you debate often. You hear guys debate whether to take a 2 for the tie or a 3 to win. In my case, with this situation, I think you go hard inside and see if you can get a good shot in close.
So it gets them both in a 4-point ball game.
And that's exactly how you close the game out. Those free throws will bury them for sure.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. They're losing by 4. 3 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Guys, what's your take?
I mean, it's iffy that there's enough time to even get a quick shot and a foul.
I agree with you. Time is not on their side, but that's really their only hope, so I'm sure that's what they'll try to do.
So it's a narrow win for the Cavaliers, pulling it out. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
And Kevin, this is the kind of...
If you get a chance to play ball, play ball.
On this week's episode of NBA 2K TV, we're at Terminal 23 with Carmelo Anthony for his exclusive event. We recap last weekend's rival day, vote for your top plays of the week, and Scott has some winning tips for 2K Pro-Am. Plus, a chance to earn some VC with 2K TV Interactive. Tune in now.